Hey everybody. All right, we are going live tonight and I'm going to be talking about toxins, why it's important to detox and how to do it. So I'm going to give you some golden nuggets here on toxins. And this is so critical for weight loss when we talk about losing weight permanently. It's the only way. So just to give you a brief example, and if you're just joining us on the Metabolic Reboot here, I'm Jared. I created the Metabolic Reboot program to help people lose 20 to 45 pounds of fat in 6 weeks, and we do it without exercise, and we do it permanently. So that's the really cool thing. So what I'm going to be going through tonight is the toxins and why that's important. So one of the prevailing reasons why people don't lose weight permanently is because toxins get stored in fat cells, and if you burn fat and the toxins get released into your bloodstream, then they get put back into your fat cells, so you gain the weight back. So no matter how hard you try to keep it off, your body, it's a survival mechanism to allow your body to actually keep the weight, or to actually keep you safe from toxins, is to put the fat back on into your fat cells. So that being said, we're going to talk about how to actually detox in your body and make sure that you can actually lose weight permanently. So this is something we do on the program. I teach people how to do. So first things first, we have to talk about how your body detoxes just really fast. Essentially, there's 4 different stages or phases of detox. So when your body burns fat, it releases toxins into your body, or you can be exposed to toxins. There's a technical term for your body burning fat and releasing toxins, but that's one way, or the other way is you just ingest toxins, and that's basically the 2 ways that a toxin can come into the cell. Okay, so the toxin enters a cell, and then what has to happen is it has to be converted from fat soluble to water soluble. So that has to happen, and I'm explaining this so that I can tell you how to fix it, and so you know what has to happen. So it goes into the cell, and it has to be converted to a water soluble, and then it has to be taken out of the cell into being able to actually convert that and conjugate it has to conjugate the toxin and make it less volatile in your body. And once that happens, so when it gets out of the cell and converts into water soluble, it's still a little bit like tricky and hairy, and then it has to be able to settle down a little bit, and then it has to be excreted. Okay, so the way that you do this process is really simple, essentially. I mean, as you're burning fat, these are things you have to be doing while you're trying to lose weight, and everybody can actually be doing these to help detox. So the first thing, that's the most important thing, is to, when you're talking about detox, is to actually stop your body from having toxins. The best way to detox is to prevent toxins coming in. So eat organic is the first step you can take. I know it's more expensive. I know that it's like one of those things you hear about. Is it really just a fad? Is it actually like legit? It's legit. It's a real thing that's actually contributing to insulin resistance, to weight gain, to all these things that are going on are toxins. They disrupt hormones, all sorts of crazy stuff that happens. When we talk about weight gain, again, it's one of the key things that makes you gain weight and makes it not be able to keep it off. So you have to prevent toxins coming in. Easiest way to do that is start buying organic, and also avoid as many things possible that come in packages or boxes or whatever. Now, another way to do that is also make sure that you are reading labels. If the label has lots of ingredients in it, cut it out. If it has more than like 5 or 6, you want to cut that label out. Okay, so that's the first thing you can do as far as to detox your body, is just avoid the toxins coming in. Drink filtered water. I mean, all really simple stuff that makes a profound influence on our ability to be healthy long term. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, when you go through the stages of detox, a couple of things that you want to be able to do while you're doing this is eat real food, foods that are nutrient rich, to help this process of detox, and some specific things you want to be eating so that you can help your body convert things into water soluble and help stabilize the toxins is things like broccoli, basically low kind of net carbs, right? Like low carbs, like your broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, things like that. That's going to be able to help stabilize the toxin and kind of change it into a different form. And then what you want to be able to do is pull the toxin out of your body. Okay, so again, avoid the toxins first and foremost. When we talk about detox, people think like, oh, I got to do a cleanse, like a water drink or like a cabbage drink or all these weird cleanses. That's not detox. That's like, maybe it helps pull some toxins out, but we're talking about real toxins here and the actual process. So you got to up your certain types of vegetables like broccoli and cauliflower and your cabbage and those cruciferous type veggies. You also want to avoid you want to avoid processed food and eat organic. And then what you want to be able to do is pull the toxins out. So there's a couple ways you can do this. One is drink lots and lots and lots of water. That's very, very important. Add a little bit of pink Himalayan salt to your water to help with electrolytes. Drink tons of water though, half your body weight in ounces per day. And then you also want to use a binder. So adding in some supplemental fiber or like something like activated charcoal can really go a long way. So you just take some fiber every day. Some psyllium's a good place to start. Psyllium husk fiber. Make sure you're not doing like Metamucil. That's not a good fiber. Stuff that has additives and sugars and chemicals. You're just bringing more in. So just get plain psyllium husk or activated charcoal, and you can take that to help bind to the toxins. Now, another great way to help release toxins is to do what's called intermittent fasting. So you just basically don't eat. Every human should not be eating 3 hours before bed. And if you can go basically 16 to 18 hours before you eat again, that's ideal. You start releasing fat stores and releasing toxins and all these really cool things. Your body starts to burn fat as fuel, which releases the toxins. And then if you're not bringing any more in and you're eating the right kinds of veggies, lots of those veggies, and you're taking a binder, you start to actually pull these toxins out. And if you're drinking a ton of water, you actually start excreting them. So that's a really, really powerful way to help detox your body. Now, another way to help detox your body is sweating. So there's two different kinds of sweating. There's one where you are essentially creating the sweating, right? So we call this active sweating, and there's a passive sweating. So a lot of people don't know this, and what happens is when you are actively sweating, you are heating up your body from the inside out. So that's through like exercise, right? So if you're exercising, you're going to be sweating. But here's the really interesting thing. That doesn't detox your body. Versus if you're passive sweating, meaning you are sweating from the outside in, your body's being heated up from the outside from like the sun or a sauna. And there's infrared saunas that are really good. You should look up near infrared sauna. Sauna Space is one that I recommend. You can actually buy a converter kit and convert your shower into a sauna. Really cool stuff. They're lights, infrared lights, but it helps heat your body up from the outside in, which creates passive sweating. And that's the same thing that the sun does. The sun's UV rays are beneficial, but they're not as beneficial as they're beneficial in different ways than the near infrared light. The infrared light is about 40% of the sun's rays. UV rays are only about 10%, or UVB rays, I guess. So anyway, so active sweating is not as good for your detox as passive sweating. And the reason why is when you actively sweat, you're kicking in the nervous system that's your fight or flight. It's your sympathetic nervous system. And when that happens, it produces blood flow and tells your body to send all the energy to your heart and your lungs and your muscles so that you can keep running or fighting. But when you're passive sweating, you're in a parasympathetic state, which helps your body focus on excreting and getting rid of toxins. Okay, so really, really key thing here, and when you're losing weight and you're trying to keep it off, is you have to sweat more. And one of the best ways to sweat is do it in a sauna. Do it in the hot sun. We still got some sunlight, depending on where you live, I guess. Some places are starting to get colder, but get outside. I mean, it was like really hot today, like probably 90 something degrees here in Utah. And I was just out walking around sweating, and it was hot. I mean, I was definitely sweating, not even doing anything. I was just standing outside. So really key to sweat. Now, infrared saunas, near is generally a little more beneficial than far. There's some research on that. Far is also beneficial, but near is beneficial, and you can actually do it for fairly cheaply. Go to Sauna Space. Just Google Sauna Space. You can convert your shower. You can buy a whole sauna for lots of money, but you can convert your shower for very inexpensively to do that. So anyway, so that's another great way to help detox your body. It's absolutely necessary if you are burning fat. If you are trying to lose weight, you have to be doing these things. Otherwise, you're going to gain the weight back. I can almost guarantee it. I've watched it happen over and over and over and over again, because people will try to lose weight and they try to do it. Here's the other, I guess I should have added this in before. This is a really good key point. If you're trying to lose weight in a way that's not a natural way, meaning you're not using real food, you're not doing things like fasting, you're just cutting calories, or you're using shakes or pills or powders and stuff like that, you're not actually helping your body. Because if one of the major issues with weight gain is toxins, and you're drinking shakes and you're eating prepackaged food, or you're like taking a weight loss pill, or you're just trying to starve yourself and not actually nourishing your body, you're actually bringing toxins into your body, or you're not doing anything to help them go out. So the real key is to lose weight through real food and real processes that our body uses, like intermittent fasting, to be able to burn fat. So you got to do that. And then you also want to eat organic. You want to eat lots of cruciferous type veggies as you're losing weight. You want to use lots of types of veggies in general, but cruciferous like broccoli and cauliflower, cabbage, things like that are going to help convert and help the processes of detox. And then you want to also use a binder. I'm just recapping here. A binder like deactivated charcoal or a fiber. And then you want to sweat, but not active sweating. You want to do passive sweating. Active sweating does not detox your body the same way. You want to do passive sweating, which helps detox your body in a different way. So anyway, so hopefully that's been helpful. I'm going to end this here. I don't want to keep it too long, but those are some actual like strategies, some things you can do right away, things that I teach my clients to do from day one on our program. And it dramatically helps you lose weight faster. I know these sound like small, simple things, but they will make a huge difference in not only losing weight, and doing it easily, but doing it permanently. That's a key thing. Like most people I know can't lose weight permanently. So unless they're like doing my program, right? Or learning how to do it in a different way. So it took me tens of thousands of hours of research and years of implementing this to learn how to do these types of things. But it's key. So hopefully that helps. If you guys have questions, feel free to post them below. And I know a ton of you have joined on here. Bridget, Debbie, how's it going? Julie, how are you? Good to see you. Brittany, Pam, nice to see you on here. Gloria, a ton of people have joined. So anyway, hopefully this helps you guys as far as the detox. Remember, this is so key in losing weight and keeping it off permanently. I can't emphasize it enough. It is the reason, it is probably the most critical reason, but one of the 3 reasons why you gain weight back. There's basically 3 things that make you gain weight back, and this is one of them. So hopefully this helps. If you guys have questions, let me know. If you need some help with this, if you want to know exactly how to do this to lose the weight, 20 to 45 pounds, whatever it is, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to help. But hopefully this video has been helpful, and I'll see you guys later. Have a good night.